Good afternoon, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Shay. Good afternoon, Cherise. Good afternoon. How is everyone doing? Come on in, come on in, come on in. Good afternoon. Hello, Emmanuel. Hello, Mike. How are you doing? Love you, sir. Hello, Ebony. How are you doing, boo? Hello, Elise. How are you doing, boo? Hello, Lady Red. How are you doing? Love you. How is everyone doing today on this Monday, right? Monday. See, getting the days mixed up. I know some are off. I know some are working like myself. Some of us are not able to be off, but I'm not complaining. I'm still grateful to be able to do what I do and what I love to do. So I'm not complaining, although it's a busy time during this pandemic. But I'm still grateful to be able to do what I'm able to do. Hello, Tisha. Hello, sis. Love you. How are you? Hello, Kevin. How are you? Elise, don't start. Hello, Keisha. How are you? Pregnant? Ebony, you pregnant? I did not know that. Well, congratulations to you. Elise, you got to start something, don't you? Look, I had to take a break from work. Clearly, you know, when you got kids, you gotta stop. Hello, Dave. Thank you for coming on, sir, and thank you for your live earlier. Hello, Kevin. How are you doing? Thank you for coming on, sir. I was working, had to take a break. Again, I know many are off during this pandemic, and for any whose lives, I know all of our lives have been affected through this pandemic, but if your finances have been affected through this pandemic, hello, David, how are you doing? Thank you for joining. Your finances have been affected during this pandemic. You know, my prayers are certainly with you and your family. Hello, Lamar. Thank you for joining, sir. But if your family and your finances have been affected during this pandemic, certainly my prayers are with you. This is not an easy time for a lot of us. Again, a lot of us, you know, still have to work. Again, I'm not complaining. Hello, David. Thank you for coming and joining. You know, I'm not complaining. You know, a lot of us, again, we still have to work. It's a busy time for a lot of us still in the healthcare field, whether the medical field or the mental healthcare field. And so I hope you all are praying for those of us that are in the medical or the mental healthcare field. Nate, don't do it. My best friend coming here. Gotta start some stuff. Hello, Sean. Thank you for joining. You know, I don't burn up no food. Clearly, we know I don't do that. Look, I had to take a break from work to come down so I could start cooking. Clearly. Hello, Derek. How are you doing? Thank you for joining. So, it's been amazing because a lot of people have been on social media, have been on live. Hello, Derek. How are you? A lot of people have been on social media, have been on live, talking. And again, all of our lives have been impacted by this pandemic, right? So all of our lives have been impacted about what we've been going through. Hello, cousin. How are you doing, Ollie? How are you? Love you, cousin. You on the way? All right, you can. Mike, brother. Oh, cube steak. Look, Brielle wanted fried chicken the other day. It's like I'm the cafeteria man. Brielle wanted fried chicken the other day. Brianna wanted cube steak. So look, I'm making it happen today. Hey, Tony. Hey, sis. Love you. How are you? So Brielle got her fried chicken the other day. Brianna's getting her cube steak today. So all of our lives have been impacted by this pandemic. And so I've been seeing a lot of lives coming up, right? About people saying that, during this time, don't use this time wasting it, right? Focus. And it may be hard, right? It may be hard to focus because a lot of us, we don't like change. Mike, you know the feeling, right? I love you too, sis. A lot of us, we don't like the feeling of change. We don't like our lives being interrupted. And that's just our humanistic nature, right? We don't like our lives being interrupted. When you interrupt our lives, sometimes we get lost. However, this is really the best time to begin to focus on what is it that I've been called to do. Hello, love. How are you doing, sis? Love you. How are you doing, Ian? Thank you for joining. Love, thank you for coming on. This is really one of the best times to begin to connect with someone, right, who is walking into their purpose or desires to walk into their purpose, and someone that desires to challenge you, right? To say, you know what, you've been talking about you want to do X, Y, and Z, or you desire to do X, Y, and Z, and you haven't done it yet, or you've been desiring to take yourself to the next dimension in whatever it is that you have been walking in or that you have been called to do, and you haven't done it yet. So this is the best time to do it now that your life has been disrupted. Hello, sister in love. How you doing, Vanetta? How are you doing, sister in love? Love you. So this is the best time to do it. Now that your life has been disrupted, this is the best time to look at your life and to examine where you are. How are you doing, Angela? Thank you for joining. To examine where you are and to say, you know what? I'm in the best position. Although I don't like where I am, and let's just be honest, none of us like where we are. Hello, Kings. How are you? Let's just be honest. I don't care how deep you are, hell, how spiritual you are. And I love the Lord, and I'm a spiritual person, but hell, I'll be honest. I don't like the disruption. Hell, we can't go where we want to go. We can't do what we want to do, right? There's been restrictions placed on things that we're able to do, places we're able to go. However, this is the best time for us to look at our life and to say, you know what is it that I have been, thank you, Dr. Kings, for joining from South Africa. Thank you for joining, sir. This is the best time to look and to say, you know what is it that I have procrastinated on doing? Because procrastination can be one of our number two enemy, right? We are our number one, and procrastination can be our number two. And reality is that we cannot be a man on an island by ourselves. We need an accountability partner. I was on a live earlier, on Dave's live earlier, and I was saying that he really charged me, and he really did. Like, he really was giving me some gut punches, like, man, that I was really taking some mental note on some things that I really needed to kind of strap my bootstraps on and do. Absolutely. My sis said Tisha said we can all use some upgrades, and we can. And so this is a time that while our life is being shifted, because whenever a shift takes place, that's when adjustments takes place in our life. And so we have to really begin to look and say, you know what? My life has been shifted. So what do I need to do? What do I need to do differently? Where have I procrastinated? And now this is the perfect time for me to be able to sit down and for me to not only begin to write the vision, but for me to begin to also write an exodus plan for the vision. When I say exodus plan, an exit plan, an exit strategy. So not just write the vision, right? Because there's a lot of us who have notebooks and we have the notes written out, right? We have it in our head. We can quote it to somebody. If somebody asks us, what is it that you desire to do? What is the ministry? What is the business? What is the vision? What is it that you desire to do? We can quote it and we can say it in 20 seconds or less. But how do we desire to execute it? What is our exit strategy? What is the door to make sure that we do it and that we do it well? That is the part sometimes that we miss, is not the vision itself, but what is the exodus strategy? What is the exit strategy? Hello, William. How are you doing, sir? Love you. So what is the exodus strategy? So not just what is the vision itself, but what is my exit strategy? What is my exodus strategy? What is my door to walk out of it, to make sure that it happens, so that I don't just use this time now that my life has been shifted. Hello, Dedrick. I hope I said that correctly. Hello, sir. Thank you for joining. So that I don't just use this time during this pandemic and to say, you know what, I'm going to write the vision. But then when life goes back to normal as we know it, then the vision dies when we walk back into our normalcy. But how am I going to execute the strategy that I desire to walk into? And that's what's important, is because, again, a lot of us, is not the vision itself, but it's the spirit of procrastination. It's the spirit of fear, if we be honest. It's the spirit of lack of support system. It's how do I make it happen? I don't have the support system. I don't have the finances. So I know the vision. I know what I desire to do. I know what I've been called to do, but I don't have the support system. I don't have the finances. I don't have the confidence. So what is my exodus strategy, right? What is the door? How am I going to walk it out? How am I going to make it happen? That is what I need to do. And so a lot of us, hello, Rashad, how are you doing? Thank you for joining, sir. So a lot of us is not the vision itself. It is the exodus strategy. How am I going to make it happen? Hello, Dr. Jones. How are you doing? Thank you for joining, sir. And so we need to not just focus on the vision itself, but how do I conquer the enemy that has been plaguing me, to make sure that I do not execute the visionary plan. That's the real demon. Is what do I need to conquer? What is the thing that's upholding me? So it's the fear of me not having the finances. It's the fear of me not having the support system that I desire. It's the fear of me not having the confidence. It's the fear of me being dependent. So I have codependency issues on others. If those are my fears, then that's the thing that I need to conquer. Again, a lot of us can quote the vision. We can quote the vision because we've written it out. We slept on it. We've eaten with the vision. So we know the vision, but how do I execute the vision? And what demon do I need to conquer to make sure that the vision comes alive? Because what's going to happen is a lot of us are going to be thinking of the vision, and we're going to write the vision, right? And we're going to make the vision plain. And then when life goes back to normalcy as we know it, the vision is going to go back under the mattress. The vision is going to be stuck in our phones, in our notepads, as we know it. When life goes back to normalcy, the vision is going to die down again. So how do I take this experience and make sure that my life goes to the next dimension? And not because somebody else told me that my life is extraordinary. Not because somebody told me that it's time for my organization or my ministry or my business to go to the next dimension, but because I know that this is a wake-up call from God that's telling me to wake up and for me to do it. That I have been procrastinating, that I've written it out long enough, that I've quoted the plan long enough, but that this is a wake-up call. Hello, Con. Thank you for joining. Hello, sis. Thank you for joining. Love you. But I know this is a wake-up call from God to say, you know what? There's some areas in my life that I need to get up from. I've been sitting on some things. And if it's not me being an entrepreneur, what other areas in my life that I need to wake up to, that I need to say, you know what, it's just time for me to wake up. There's some things I've been sitting on. There's some things I've been lazy on. And it's time for me to wake up. It's time for me to conquer some of these issues. It's time for me to conquer some of these demons that's been plaguing me. It is time for me to wake up. And it's time for me to connect with an accountability partner that can say, you know what, you've been sitting here long enough. You know, the book of Deuteronomy says you circle this mountain long enough. Now turn north. You can only go around something so many times before you get dizzy. And that's the problem with a lot of people, is a lot of people have been going around and around and around, and now they're dizzy as hell. And now they're saying, I just don't know what to do next. What you do next is we get up. We get up, we connect with someone who loves us, but loves us enough to tell us the truth and say, you know what? Yeah, I've been wondering when you was going to get up. It's time to get up and make this happen. This is your make it happen season. This is your show enough season. It's time for you to wake up and to make it happen. And not for us, I'm not connected with no one that's going to tell me, you know what? Yeah, let's pray. Let's pray on this for 30 days. Hell to the no. I don't want to connect with nobody's going to tell me to pray and fast, but I done that. I've done that. I've done that. I've done the Daniel fast every first month of the year. I don't need to do that. I already know what I need to do. What I need to do is get up. That's what I need to do. I've already prayed. I've already fasted. I've already sought the Lord. I already got the wisdom that I need. I know what I need to do. And what I need to do is get up. That's what I need to do. I need to get up. That's easy. I need to get up. So I don't need no extra. I just need to get up. That's simple. See how easy that was? I ain't need to speak in no tongues. I ain't need to do nothing extra. All I said is I just need to get up. See? Just get up. That's the kind of people that we need. And I'm not saying that we need to dismiss God. And I'm not saying that we need to dismiss hearing him. But we need to use wisdom. And sometimes what we do is we use religion as fear, as a fear tactic to not getting up. So we'll fast and we'll pray for 60 days when God has already spoken to us. And we'll use that to say, well, I need to wait and I need to hear what the Lord is going to say. Hello, Milton. Thank you for joining. I need to wait and I need to wait and hear what the Lord's going to say. The Lord already told you to get up. That's what the Lord is saying. He's saying to get up. That's what he said. He said to get up. Once he's spoken to you once, he doesn't need to speak to you again. Now you're walking in the spirit of fear. And we know the Lord didn't give us, the Lord did not give us the spirit of fear, but he gave us the spirit of power, love, and a sound mind. That means he gave us sanity. That means, you know what, I got some common sense. You know, I've been stuck here long enough. When, hello, Tammy, how you doing, sister? I love you. That, you know, if you in the middle of a street and a car is coming your way, are you going to tell me that you got to pray before you move out of the middle of the street? Are you going to tell me, well, before I move, hello, Armisha, how are you doing? Love you. Are you going to tell me, well, you know, before I move, let me pray real quick before I move and see what the Spirit of the Lord is going to tell me? No. You're going to get your up and get out of the way. Sometimes we use prayer and we use fasting as a fear tactic. Now, if you haven't heard from the Lord or you haven't gotten instruction or you don't have the wisdom yourself, then that's different. But when you have set on something out of the spirit of fear, then you just know it's just time to get up and it's time to move. And that's where a lot of us are at. A lot of us are just in a place to where it's just time to move. It's just time to get up It's just time to move. It's just time to do what you know you need to do to take yourself, your family, your ministry, your organization, your business to the next dimension. And you don't have to wait on nobody else to take you there. You don't have to pray anymore on this same thing. You don't have to fast anymore on this same thing. You just have to get up, because as the book of Deuteronomy says, you have circled this mountain long enough. Now turn north. The enemy tries to make us dizzy with procrastination and confusion. We got to get up eventually. We have to move eventually. We got to make something happen eventually. And then we get confused when the Jezebels start moving in the earth realm, and we start wondering, well, how are these false spirits start moving in the earth realm? Because the people that say they got power aren't doing anything. So we got to start moving. So this is our make it happen season. And that's for me too. Hello, Taylor. Thank you for joining. So this is our make it happen season. And so if it doesn't happen for us, we can't blame anyone else. We can't blame anyone else. And for the single people, for you married people, and you people that's already booed up, y'all hold on for a minute. For you single people, stop dating people that are not where you are or where you desire to be out of desperation. That's just a side note. Just stop doing it. Just stop wasting your time. Stop wasting their time. Just stop doing it out of desperation. And during this pandemic, stop calling people because you're bored. Yeah, I think I've said enough on that note. Just stop doing it. Just stop doing it. We have enough to do. Hello, Larry. Thank you for joining. We have enough to do. I'm so serious. Hello, Burgess. Thank you for joining. You know, you single people, just stop doing it. I had a client ask me, Dr. Jesse, have you picked up the phone during this time and just called one of your exes because you was bored? No. Well, let me tell you what I told him. I told him, hell no. I said, hell no. I have enough to do. This pandemic did not put me in a position to call somebody. When I left them for a reason. And this pandemic did not confuse me enough to make me forget. I did not become delusional to forget why we are exes. Okay? So if you are single and you need to re-examine, then sit down with yourself. And but when this pandemic is over, you know what? I'm going to be in a better position. So right now, I'm going to just re-examine myself. And I know that can be hard. My sister says, stop dialing your ex talking about, hey, boghead, I cannot with you. They think I'm crazy. They just, because they haven't talked to you yet. See? Stop doing it. I haven't got an itch. I ain't got a scratch. I ain't got an inkling to do it. Why? Because I've taken this time with myself, to myself. Hell, I got kids. I got work. But I've taken some of my downtime to say, Jesse, during this time, what have you procrastinated on? Or what do you need to reprioritize? So I've been able to do that during this time. So that when I come out of this, my whole schedule will be reset in the manner that it needs to be reset to. Do you understand? So that what was normal, even what was normal before will not be normal when I come out of this pandemic. Because sometimes we just gotta hit that reset button in our life. With people, things, remember I said this on my previous live, with people, things, and our imagination, we have to hit that reset button. And when we hit the reset button, no one and nothing is exempt. And even if somebody does stay, they still went through the process in your mind. So they're staying, but they still went through the process in your mind. Hello, Lisa. Thank you for joining. Tisha said, listen, don't run back to what broke you because you were bored. Exactly. Because boredom can be your enemy too. And if you can't spend time with yourself, you have a problem with yourself. And so that is enough reason to re-examine yourself, because you can't spend time with yourself. So that's enough reason to re-examine yourself. Trust me. When you can't spend time with you, that is enough reason to re-examine you. Hello, Vicky. Thank you for joining. That's right, sis. The new norm. What is and I have done that. When I tell you I have looked at what I needed to reprioritize before this pandemic, so that when this pandemic has passed over us, because it will pass over us, and to everything there's a reason. So when this pandemic passes over, what was the norm before this will not be norm after this. Hello, Anthony. Thank you for joining, sir. And so you have to look at that. And so again, you that are single, stop texting exes and people you really don't like just because you're bored. And karma is real. I tell people that all the time. And I told y'all, my household word is integrity. My daughters get tired of hearing it, but I don't care, because they live in my house. So unless they're gonna be homeless, I mean, what are they really going to do? I mean, but that is the word I live by, integrity. So I'm not calling up ex talking about, hey, what you doing? I'm just calling to see what you doing. I didn't want to talk to you before the pandemic. Guess what? I still don't want to talk to you during the pandemic. I'm not that bored. If I have to have a virtual date with somebody during the pandemic, I'll do a virtual date with somebody before I call an ex up. Let me move on, because y'all just, let me move on, because y'all want to play. I ain't about to fool with y'all. I would do a virtual date before I call an ex up. I can't do it. Thank you, Vicky. I knew there was an amen in the room somewhere. Thank you, Miss Vicky. I knew there was an amen in the room somewhere. But this is the time, I'm telling you. And I know you've probably been hearing it everywhere on social media, but this is the time where we re-examine ourselves, where we look at where we are. What is the demon that has trapped my mind even before this pandemic? What is the demon that has trapped my mind, that has tried to hold me up? So whether it's lack of support, lack of finances, comparing myself to others, codependency issues, anxiety issues, depression issues, what is the demon that has always captured me? What is the thing that has held me? Hello, Darnell. Thank you for joining. So I have to first deal with that. What is the thing that has captured me? What is the demon that has captured me? Because we are, I don't care how anointed and gifted we are. We all have something that tries to keep us from walking into our next. You cannot be gifted and not have something that tries to keep you. Hey, Crystal, how are you doing, sis? Love you. You cannot be gifted and not have some demon that tries to keep you from your next. Now, whether the demon succeeds or not is up to you, because we have the power. Let me say that one more time for the people in the balcony, because, sometimes people in the balcony, it's hard for them to hear. Whether the demon succeeds or not is up to us. Let me say that. It's up to us. But we have the power. But we have to examine, is there something that has been after me for so long? Is there something that has been after me to try to keep me from walking into my next? So I need to deal with that. I need to deal with that. If I don't deal with that, I'll never walk into my next. And then after I deal with that, hello, Dwayne, thank you for joining. And then after I deal with that, after I deal with acknowledging what I'm fighting or what I'm about to dismiss out of my life, let me say it that way. Once I acknowledge what I'm about to dismiss out of my life, now I can say, now I'm about to look at this vision that I've written. And if you haven't written your vision, write your vision. And if you have written your vision, do not rewrite the vision. Now create an exodus. Create your exit strategy. How am I going to execute this? There's no need to rewrite it if you've already written it. Now I just need to create an exit strategy. What is my exit strategy? There's no need to be redundant. God doesn't have memory issues. I don't need to be redundant. What is my exit strategy? That's what I need to focus on. So if the vision is already written and you've just procrastinated because you haven't gotten up like we've just spoken about, now I need to focus on my exit strategy. If you do not have an accountability partner, I need to get an accountability partner. Somebody who loves me and loves me enough to give me truth even when I don't want to hear it, and they're not scared of me or my smart ass mouth. They're going to give me truth no matter what. And if you're deeply religious, I probably would advise you to get off this live. Now, I don't say 10-star curse words because, that's just not who I am. But you need to begin to focus and bring it in. Because as I said earlier, hello, Kenyatta, thank you for joining. As I said earlier, a lot of times we wonder, how does the Jezebels run a rapid and the Ahabs, and they get so much success and run rampant. And then the people in the church with so much power look confused, like, oh, how did this happen? I just don't know how this happened. Because those of us with so much great power. Okay, Crystal, because I thank you. I'm going to do good. I'm going to act right. I'm going to give you 5 minutes. What time is it? I'm going to do good. I'm going to give you 5 minutes. Because the reason when we get confused, how did they do that? How did this? Because those of us with power wasn't operating with our power. That's how Jezebel can run rampant. Because we say we got power, but then we don't operate in the power. So if we're going to do it, let's do it. And let's do it well. Because when we do it, we can help others birth their power. But they can't birth their power if we don't know how to function with our power. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because it doesn't do any good to walk around looking like you got power and you don't operate in power. Because you looking like it, that doesn't move the enemy. That doesn't move the enemy. And it doesn't move the enemies. But when you really got power, you working with something. When you really got power, you working with something. And that's what we need to do. So if you have a plan and the vision already written and it's just not been executed, then execute it. If you have not written the vision, ask God for wisdom. The Bible says if you lack wisdom, ask him for it. He'll give it to you. He has no respecter of person. He'll give it to you if you just ask him for it. It's not something you got to roll around on your living room floor for. It's not something that you got to holler to the rooftop for. God, just give me the wisdom that I need. And be specific with what you desire him to give you. And when you ask him, the word is clear. He'll give it to you. Why? Because I asked him for it. And not only did I ask him for it, but my motives, my heart is pure of why I desire it. I don't desire it to put it in somebody's face. I don't desire it because I want to show somebody else how I can be better than them. I desire it because this is what I've been called to do. Hello, Aaron. Thank you. Exactly, Crystal. Exactly, sis. Just ask him for it. Just ask him for it. If you ask him for the wisdom, I promise he'll give it to you. He's given it to us times when we didn't even deserve it. See, because what I desire for us, and then I'm going to let you go. Because I came on here cooking and I said I need to get on. I ain't talk to the people. I need to get on here. Because listen, what I desire to do is for all of us to get from a level of grace to a level of favor. Because when we get from a level of grace to a level of favor, that's a dimension that brings about a whole nother dimension of things that we can tap into that you don't tap into in a level of grace. When you're on a level of grace, there's things that we possess and we get from God. But when you get to a level and a dimension of favor, oh my God. There are things that we don't even have to ask for in a dimension of favor. Beverly said, I have asked and I've asked for help. And Beverly, that's why you signed up for the group. I think I saw the administrator said you signed up for the group. I think she's collected the emails or the names. I think she gave me your name. So I think you signed up for the group. They're starting on Thursday night. So you ask for help, you'll get it. Because that's what it's about. It's about us connecting. And that's why I started that group that's coming up on Thursday night. And I told you, I didn't take credit for it. One of my clients asked me, like, have you thought about starting a group? Why people are, sitting at home or people not working to help people bring about their vision. I was like, I have enough to do. No, I have not. And then he was like, I think you should, Dr. J. And I was like, oh, Lord Jesus. And then I thought about it and I was like, you know what? That is true. Churches are being canceled. People are not working. You know what? I think I will. I think I may start a group. And that's why I did that, Beverly. Because when we come together, we all bring together ideas. And we help each other with visions and ideas. Because there's things I know that you may not know. And there's things you know that I may not know. And so that's one reason. So we ask God for wisdom. God gives it to us. And that's what it's all about. It's about us coming together. And no one disliking anyone. And no one being jealous of anyone. Because what reality is that when we go up, everybody eats at the table together. That's what it's all about. There's enough wealth out there for everyone. But the issue is that with some groups, someone gets it and then they sit on it because they don't want anyone else to outgrow them. But then you get in some families, like in this family, how we'll be, when you get wealth, you don't mind giving out the information because we know we serve a God that's big enough, that has enough for all of his people. And that's what it's all about because we all serve different people in different communities. And it's all about you gaining wealth in doing what you love to do with the spirit of integrity. Beverly, you about to take me to another live. I ain't about to do it. You about to take me to another live, Beverly. I ain't about to do it. Because that's what I tell people. Do what you love to do. Serve your niche. And do it with the spirit of integrity. And there's enough wealth. I promise. Even in this so-called recession, there's enough wealth. There's no money lack in the earth realm. Even right now, I guarantee it. I speak it and I'll add more to it before I take it back. There's enough wealth even right now in the earth realm. During this, while they're trying to create stimulus packages, there's still enough wealth. I promise you there's still enough wealth in the earth realm. Oh, you ain't got to tell me sorry, Beverly. Oh, I didn't mind. You ain't got to tell me sorry. You don't have to apologize to me. There's still enough wealth. But the difference is that you have some people who are motivated and some people who are not motivated. Hello, Pierre. How are you doing? I love you, sir. Hello, Apostle Arthur. Thank you for joining. You have some people who are motivated and that will quit. And you have some people that will say, not me, not this time. No, not this time. I quit the last time. or I slowed down the last time, but I will not this time. This time it will not pass me by. Yes, Pierre, I was on your live. I love you. I love you. But this time it will not pass me by, because when we allow ourselves to connect as a people, and we allow ourselves to pull our resources together as we do now as a family, and again, we operate in our niches, and we don't mind sharing the information, we will get to the table together. We'll be able to eat together. We'll walk in wealth together, and we'll be able to do it with integrity. Again, because your gift is not my gift is not your gift, and we'll be able to become midwives and begin to birth other people into their gifts, and they'll begin to birth their ministries and their organizations and their businesses, because reality is that there's infrastructures that we need to birth, but we don't do it because of petty. Hold on a minute. Had to take a little, to that. Because when I tell you, petty, childish, especially folks in the church, when I just see petty, it does something to my spirit. Hello, Thomas. Thank you for joining. It does something to my spirit. When I see the petty, childish, I be like, how is we helping the people? How is we helping the people walk in greater? And A, we don't want to share resources. And B, we don't want to walk in a greatness. Mike, you just had to type it in, didn't you? You just had to type it in there, didn't you? Had to put it in there, didn't you? How you didn't know I went during the Lord's Supper? Now, how you didn't know that? But I'm gonna let you have it. While Tony Braxton in the background taking us on in. I'm gonna let you have it. But we need to think about that. Because I'm telling you, even during this time, while Senate is working with stimulus packages, I guarantee you, Senate, Congress, Trump, all the other wealthy people, they're not going without. They're not concerned about finances. Only people with a small mentality are concerned about wealth. Now, I'm not talking about those that are out of work. I know they're concerned about their finances, and rightfully so. That's human nature. But I'm talking about those of us that are still working, those of us that are still living our lives. I'm talking about those of us that have vision in us, and we're sitting around talking about, I don't know if this can happen. I don't know if this can come to pass. I will not speak death into my vision. I will not speak death into my home. I will not speak death into my children. I will not speak death into my future. I guarantee you, everything that's in me, everything that's attached to me, everyone that's connected to me will walk into wealth now and in the future. Why? Because when I go to bed at night, I trust God. I trust the God in me. I trust the powers that be, that everything that was spoken over me and in me shall come to pass. Why? Because I was brought here for a reason, and I was brought here with wealth locked up in my belly. See, you got to know why was you brought here? What was your purpose? Hello, Veneer. Thank you for joining. I hope I said your name correctly. Mike. Mike said I had some vodka cranberry grilling last night. See, I need to come on there. I felt that in my spirit. I need to come on there, Mike. See, you talking my kind of language. I like that kind of language. You talking my kind of language. So we need to examine, what is my purpose here? And we all have made mistakes. You know what I tell people is that, we may have delayed destiny, right? We may have delayed destiny. We may have delayed purpose. And I may have made some mistakes. I may have done some things. Tamika, you may want to come back out, because I think everyone else can hear me. I can hear you. You look like you're saying some great things. You look murmurs in your... Tamika, you may want to come back out, because I think everyone else can hear me. But we're here for a reason. Hello, Pastor T. How are you doing? Love you. We were born here for a reason. And if you think I'm going to sit my big ass down and act like I am not going to accomplish what it is that I was brought here to accomplish. You have another thing coming. Everything. Okay, good. I'm glad I said it correctly. Thank you, sir. Everything that I was brought here to accomplish, I will accomplish it. And everything that I have spoken over my life and every good word that was spoken over my life will come to pass. Why? Because I'm going to walk it out. Every mistake that was made has been made. There's nothing I can do about it. There's nothing I can do to change it. All I can do is focus on the now and what is to be. All right? All right. That's where we at. And I'm loving every bit of it. And why am I loving every bit of it? Because the future looks good to me. Even now, in this pandemic, and I tell my clients, whether I am on the phone, video, or going to the clinics, talking to them, and I know every situation is different. But it's what we speak and what is in you. And again, everybody may not be an entrepreneur, but we all have to live on this earth. And we have to desire to see the goodness on the earth. We all have to live on the earth. So I desire to see the goodness in the earth realm. I'm not waiting until I get to heaven. I'm going to see it in the earth realm. That means here, now. In the now, I will see it. Why? Not only will I speak it, but I'll work it. And guess what? It will work if you work it. All right? All right. I love you all. Look, I've been on here. I've been cooking for my babies. Stop working, so I come down here and cook. Because clearly my big baby who can clearly cook. Hello, Dominique. How you doing, sister? I love you. My big baby who can clearly cook. Talking about dad. We a little hungry. You 19. You know what? I ain't about to fool with you. So, Crystal, right. Crystal, you can say that again, sis. Now. And we going to see it now. Hello, Bobby. Thank you for joining. Pastor T now. Oh, Crystal, look. You the next person to ask. Brielle wanted fried chicken the other day, so she got it. So Brianna wanted cube steak. So that's what I'm cooking now. So, yeah, cube steak, green beans, and mashed potatoes. And biscuits. But now, in the earth realm, we going to see it now. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, brother. So we're going to see it now because we're going to speak it. Hello, David. Thank you for joining. We're going to speak it and we're going to work it. So if you have not signed up for Thursday night's teaching, it's not going to be on here. It's going to be a closed group. It's free, but we close it off. A client of mine suggested it. I listened to him. First, I had to think about it, but it's going to be Thursday night. It's going to be for 4 Thursdays starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's free, but again, we close it off. It's going to be done via Zoom. We're going to have a few different speakers. We're going to be working with our purpose and destiny and our vision. The link is on this live. You can sign up. Once you sign up with your email, you'll get an email in return with the information. So it's really up to you whether you want to sign up or not. We put it out there. But again, the link is on here. It's going to be done via Zoom, but you have to sign up. And I just love you all. I love you all. And I'm looking forward to us speaking it and working it now and for the future. All right. I love you. Have a great Redefining Monday. Bye.